Hello and welcome back to another star-studded episode of the Chatterbox with King Jacob, and we are glad to be here on this beloved 2022, where things are going to be moving and grooving, and we're going to get blessed repeatedly. So tonight, I have a special guest, man, and wow, all I can say is wow, from a family of royalty, and so I'll go ahead and let him introduce himself so you can
Yeah.
get familiar with him. And
Okay.
I'll let you have the floor, my brother.
Yeah. How you doing, Jacob? And
Doing
my
well.
name is Eddie Levert Jr., son of Eddie Levert, brother of Gerald and Sean Levert. That's Can you hear me, bro?
Okay, could you repeat that?
Hello.
Because you went out.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know. I lost you. Lost. Um,
Can you
man.
hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me? I think we lost him, so he shall be back soon. But yeah, um, have a great show tonight with Eddie Levert Jr., the oldest, of
Can you see me?
yeah, I can see you.
Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. My phone's tripping. Every time I'm on my phone because
Uh-huh.
I couldn't find my day. Laptop cord.
Right. So if you can go ahead and reintroduce yourself again, please.
You got a bad echo.
Can you hear me? Is it really bad?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go back out and come.
Hello. Hey, people. Eddie Levert Jr. That's me.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, that's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
So
uh,
I'll do that again. So
okay,
I'm Eddie Levert Jr., son of Eddie Levert of the OJs and brother of Gerald and Sean Levert. That's me.
okay, great. So we spoke briefly this morning
Yes, sir.
about a few projects. So we're gonna talk about you first, as far
Mm,
as um, what you've been doing throughout the year, so people get familiar with who you are, and
yeah.
and so if you can just give us just a little bit about you, man, because
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was uh, I was born in California. Moved to Cleveland. Well, my dad is from Cleveland. So I went to Cleveland at a young age, probably about 12, 11, 12. Went there for a couple of years, went to school in Cleveland. Um, Me and Gerald and Sean. Then I moved back to LA. Then I left LA probably about when I was like 21. Then the Levert group was starting. Gerald called me. I called Gerald. Was like, man, what's going on? He's like, man, we finna start the group. I said, okay, well, I ain't finna sing nothing. So I came in as management, you know. So me and my cousin AB started managing the group, booking dates and all that kind of good stuff. Um, then we went on to manage a few other artists in the industry, like Ready for the World, Mickey Howard, just pretty much a lot of people, man. Worked with everybody from Bobby Brown to Patti LaBelle, the Whispers, you name it, man. On the road, tours, all of it. So yeah,
okay,
started
so
my
you
own. Yeah,
so you've been in the music industry for a long time. So
36 years. Thirty
okay,
six years, man. I was 21. Gerald was 19. Sean was 16, going on 17. Mark was 21. That was the group, Levert. That's how old they were when we first started.
okay, okay. All right. So with that being said, Did you start your own label as well, or
Well,
no?
I didn't really start. I started me and my cousin had a entertainment booking agency, so we was booking a lot of shows for a lot of different artists across the country, booking tours. But I worked for a lot of different independent companies back in the day. Because back in the day, music business, everybody with a little dollar wanted to have a label. So
Right,
I traveled a lot, working with a lot of different independent labels and all over the country, from Slip and Slide when they first started with Ted to working with Smooth selling out of L.A., down in Albany, Georgia, all over, man. I was Milwaukee, just independent labels trying to get on. Yeah.
right.
So
Okay.
then now I started working. Me and my business partner, we have a TV network called Xanny Flix that we're working on our TV network. One of the projects that we're working on heavily right now is the Rosa Parks documentary and biopic. Trying to get Rosa Parks her own holiday. So we looking for everybody to help us push that holiday, man, because that's something important that we need to have here in the U.S. of A. So we're going to be building a museum in Atlanta for Rosa Parks. We're going to bring her house back from Italy. Her house is in the Royal Palace in Italy, and we're going to raise money to bring it back to Atlanta and make a museum out of the house.
Okay, so let me ask you a few questions about the
Yes.
Rosa Parks situation. How did the house end up over in Italy?
One of the sisters, well, back in the day when Rosa passed, they put the house was for sale. I think they sold the house for like $500, and one of the sisters bought the house. And then they made a deal with the artist, his name is Ryan McDoza, to refurnish the house. And so he refurnished the house and built it up, and they made it so they could break it down and fold it up. So they went into storage for about 2 to 3 years. They went into storage. Then Ryan went to Germany and he took the house with him and set it. Then he made a deal with the government of Naples, Italy, to put it in the Royal Palace to display it. So it's been over there for a minute in the Royal Palace. So we've been me and the family. The family is good with Ryan, um, but it's time for the house to be over here.
Hmm.
It's time to bring that home. You know what I'm saying? And then we're working for that holiday for for Rosa Parks. Her birthday is February 4th, so we're trying to push that holiday too, man, across the country. That's a man. And not only would it be the first black woman, be the first woman holiday period in the
Right.
USA. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what
Okay.
we definitely trying to help the family too, man. The family, they went to court for 13 years with the caretaker who was overseeing Rosa, and they took the rights to all of her likeness and stuff, and sold it to Warren Buffett's son. And Warren Buffett's son, they built a museum and had all this other stuff going on. The family never got any money until they went to court. It took them 13 years to get the deal that they got, and they still haven't been getting paid. So that's another avenue that we're going to be going into, trying to help the family get their money and make some more money for the family and the foundation, which we're going to be doing, raising money for the homeless and for the kids. So those are two of our agendas for the Rosa Parks Foundation. Education. Um, we're going to be starting a couple of academies across the country for Rosa Parks academies, and we want to, it's going to be a whole push, man, for everything. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the Rosa Parks Foundation and what it stands for, and how it was built. And upon being built, the Rosa Parks Foundation, Yes, I think that her legacy should live on no matter what. And so let's talk about some things that you want to do with the Rosa Parks Foundation and how you plan to get the leverage to really do those things and make this foundation a global foundation.
Well, first of all, the it's just getting her accolades that our people know them just like these young people. So that's one of the things we want to make sure that the young people know who Rosa Parks is and what it meant to for her to do the bus boycott. You know what I'm saying? And what she went
Hmm.
through
Hmm.
after and before after the boycott. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of people on the agenda that didn't step up to the plate for her. That they, black and white. I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
um, home Rosa was homeless for a while. Didn't nobody step up for her really, but the guy that owned Little Caesar Pizza.
Right, 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 right.
You know what I'm saying? He paid for her rent till she died. You know
Right.
what
It's funny
I'm saying?
because I just seen a story on TikTok about that. Not even a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I was just listening to a young man that put that video up there about the owner of Little Caesars and how he would always defend Rosa and
Mm-hmm.
how he paid her rent until she left the world. So
Yes. Yeah.
with it being said, man, as far as what the foundation stands for, I know education
Yeah, definitely
and
education, man. And trying to help we need to get this homeless situation some kind of way together, man. So we got we're gonna we're gonna start buying land up, start building houses, affordable houses for people that don't want to be on the street. A lot of this homeless people don't want to pay their bills. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Some of these cats want to be in that position because they don't
mm.
have the responsibilities, man. You know,
So
but
what
the
about
ones that do want a house over their head and want to, you know, we're gonna try to help them.
what?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna try to do. Try to build economic stability to the black folks, people. We working with Black Wall Street, and we working with the Black Chamber of Commerce. Is also on our team that we working with to get the holiday, to get the
Okay.
Rosa Parks holiday. Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, as far as would you guys be working with the homeless veterans as well?
Any anybody that we can help, brother, we don't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? That's the veterans, the kids, the whoever wants to help. You know what I'm saying? That's who we want to help. The
Right,
people
right.
who want to be helped. I don't want to just say that, yeah, we're going to do more for the veterans. No, we're going to do more for people who want to get help. That's it. You know, we're going to
Right.
do the
Right.
we're going to do the educational piece for students who
Hmm.
don't. Everybody going to go to college. You know what I'm saying? So they need an avenue after they get out of school. So we try to do the trade schools too to learn different skills. You know what I'm saying? Like when we grew up, we had all that stuff at our high school. You know what I'm saying? We had trades that you could learn how to do it, be a mechanic and go to hotel, motel where you could learn how to work at different venues like hotels and all that stuff. When they took all that stuff out of the schools, that kind of like, hurt a lot of people.
Mm.
So we want to bring that back to the schools too.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So,
Along with the
uh,
music piece, we know we got to do music too.
right, right, right,
We got to do
right.
music, man. We got to.
Of course, I
That's
mean it's only in your blood to do music, so
that's
I,
it,
I
brother.
would I would not expect nothing less, man. And
Yes.
upon working with the Rosa Parks Foundation, and so what is it like hearing her family talk about different things that went on?
Wow, man,
And,
it's some of it is like you can't believe it because the way our people did our people, it's like hurtful, bro. It's like, dang, why would they do that? You know. Then they went to court against the family, and you know, it's so many people that could have stepped up, and you know, she was on the FBI wanted list until she died, till a year after she died. So she couldn't get no regular jobs, and you know, it's just a big story. But you know, Rosa was a strong person now, because you know she had to be strong to do what she did. You
yeah,
know,
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and you know, so I you know everybody keep talking about the young lady who got arrested before Rosa. We know why she wasn't the one who went. You know, that took it to another level because Mr. Parks and Rosa was already part of the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They was already with the NAACP and all that stuff, and you know, Mr. Parks was a big time um, advocate towards black, you know,
Right,
to the cause, as you
right,
say.
right, 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 right,
Yeah,
right.
so you know, he was already in the mix, so that's what made her so different from the other young lady that did that got arrested before her. You know,
Mhm.
because they wasn't having it. You know.
Right, right, right. So upon doing that, man, let's let's talk about the biop that you guys are going to be producing and releasing.
Yeah,
What?
so we're gonna do a biopic with Rosa, just you know, from her family's eyesight, from her family's story, because nobody has really told it from the family side. Just you know, from the history books, and you know, they might get some outsiders, but nobody really talked to the family because Rosa didn't have no kids. She had 13 nieces and nephews that was her brother's kids that stayed with her in Detroit. So those are the people that we're talking to. You know,
Okay,
so you know they're the ones who lived in the house with Rosa. So those are the ones that we are working with on the project.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
So we're not
So,
going to just do. We're going to do a generational piece because you know it's also affecting their kids and their kids because I don't know if you knew that Rosa's real name is Rosa McCauley. So
hmm,
her marriage name was Parks,
hmm,
Mr. Parks. So the McCauley family is who we're working with out of Detroit. Yeah.
okay, okay. So with that being said, after the biop comes out, will there be a movie or a TV series as
Yeah,
well? Or
we're gonna do the biopic. We doing like maybe eight to ten, 8 to 10 series,
hmm,
and we're doing that, and then we're gonna be doing the. We're gonna have a big black tie affair. We're gonna have a 2 day festival um, where we're gonna have different artists performing. The OJ's, her, you know, every little bit of everybody. Then we're gonna do the Sunday. We got Dr. Jones, Bobby Jones, to do the gospel on Sunday. He's going to be the headliner for the Sunday event.
okay. So and upon the festival and all these affairs, have you guys outlined a date and
Well,
when?
you know, it's rough right now because COVID is booming so
Yeah,
bad, and we don't
yeah.
know how it's going to be able to affect the people by then. We had a date for April, but we already moved it back to June because of we don't know exactly what's going to happen with the COVID situation. So
Is
we want
is,
to give it enough time.
is this gonna be an outdoors affair?
It's going to be yeah, probably because it's going to be around June, so it
Yeah,
will be
yeah.
outdoors. And then we're
Right.
also filming from Italy. We're going to film in front of the house in Italy. We're gonna have some artists go over to Italy and play in front of the Royal Palace in Naples.
Right.
Yeah, so that's gonna be the concert to bring the house back to Georgia to set the museum. And the reason why we picked Georgia because it's really the home of the civil rights kind of, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of Martin Luther King and all the different, a lot of people like to come to Georgia. It out of I don't know. Detroit is cold all the time. It get cold a lot, so we wasn't trying to do it there, man. Alabama, where she from, you know, they have the one at Troy College, so we didn't want to compete with that. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
Troy is really not our college, but it's a college. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we
Well,
didn't want to.
I thought that when it comes to historic black colleges, if you want to do something in Alabama, I thought maybe you guys should have reached out to Alabama A&M. You
Well, we
know,
was gonna. Yeah, we. She she went to Alabama. What is it? Alabama State. Which one is it? In Montgomery.
there's Alabama State.
Yeah, she went to Alabama State. So we
Hmm.
were going to reach out to Alabama, but they have a lot of stuff already there,
Hmm.
and we just figured that we would do it here. You know.
Okay. Well, I mean, Georgia is definitely a great place to do it, and
Yeah.
Georgia definitely you know has a lot to offer when it comes with it being the Black Mecca anyway. So
Yeah,
you
and that
can't
was
see it.
another reason. And then it's like center. People can come from all sides. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They already coming down there. So we plan on building a museum along with the amphitheater, maybe a hotel, and it's just gonna be awesome. We're gonna be doing a birthday party for Rosa in February 4th here in Atlanta. We're gonna
Okay.
be doing the Senator James that is going to be giving us some kind of certificates that day before that week, and we're going to have a birthday party for Rosa too for
Okay.
February
Sounds
4th.
good. Sounds good.
So
So
you'll get your invitation.
I'm
You
pretty
can
sure.
come
Yeah.
on down. You can come
Yes,
on
sir.
down.
Yes, sir. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. So
Good.
let's talk about you. So I know you're an author, and I know that you are a
Yeah.
community activist that also serves the community with a purpose. So
Yes, sir.
with you being a black man in society, and for you to see how it has went back to what we have passed at one time.
Yeah,
My pop
man.
not more, but he used to tell me what went on in the '70s when it comes to the black man in America in the '70s, and
Yeah,
now we see it again right before our eyes. So, what are your feelings and thoughts about that, and what can
man.
we do to change the narrative?
Uh, man, they flipped the script on us. Like, they took the religion out of school. Then
Hmm.
they took away the discipline, the kids. You can't whip
Right.
your kids. You can't do this. So that took the control away from the parents
Hmm.
to discipline the kids.
Right.
So all of that together is putting us in the kids right now. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? They just running rapid. They shooting and they don't have the discipline that we did as a kid because down the street, mama and auntie and a neighbor, they gonna get in that butt.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But now it's like they don't have none of that out here, and
So,
that's a lot of things that they took away from us because that was a big part of us. Like I said, the discipline coming out of school and um, being of our culture. I'm gonna say of our culture. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? Religion plays a big part, and
right.
discipline play a big part. Now,
Right.
when you take
Right.
all that out of the schools, and now the kids is being raised by kids, and
Mm,
they locking up most of the men, or you know what I'm saying? it's gonna be we gonna have to be in the struggle. We in the struggle again. You know, they try to take away all our minds and all our people to positive. You know,
Right.
so
So,
we
so what do you feel? You know, as me talking to the youth and seeing where they at with it, their mental and emotional mind state is bothered. From what they see on the news, from what they seen with Trayvon Martin, from what they seen with Ahmaud Arbery, from 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 what they seen with Sandra Bland. When you're 14, 15 years old and you're in school and you're trying to navigate your way, to become that young man that's going to be a valid citizen in your community or in society, and you see this happen at the hands of the police. Um,
yeah.
that's why that's why all these young kids, that's why all of them smoke weed right now, man. Because yeah,
I
for real, man. I
I
mean,
don't know. I don't know if that's the reason, but
that's one of the reasons. That's one of the, because listen, man, like I never thought that they would see this right in front of their faces. You know what I mean?
well,
Because
I'm gonna say this too, bro. It's been here. It's been here. It never went nowhere. It's just more accessible to social media now.
right,
We can see everything across the country. We see everything that's happening in California from South Carolina, North Carolina, New York. We can see what's happening down south in New York or LA. You know what I'm saying? So now that we see it, it's just more and more to us, to your eyes open up, you know? That's
so
the reason why, because we didn't really know unless it came on the news back in the day, but they wasn't televising everything across the country like that now.
right,
You know,
right, right.
so the more that we see it, it opens your eyes to it more. You know, it's always been here, bro. It ain't never went nowhere. Believe that. It ain't never went
Right.
nowhere.
So do you think versus from when you was in school or versus from when your brothers was in school, do you think that the school system is failing our kids these days?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say, I don't know, man, because I went to okay. So I grew up in LA, right? So I went to all 99.9% all black school. Okay. So I stayed in LA. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So my I went to Cleveland and it was different. It was like 95% white school, the whole school, you know what I'm saying? So the things that they had compared to what we had, they had full cafeterias. They had smoking halls. They had, their whole atmosphere was different. You would want to go to school. It was more like it was, you know what I'm saying? I would say it was better. It was like a whole different atmosphere than what we would got in the hood. You feel me?
Okay, okay.
Hello.
So can you hear me?
I hear you, but I can't see
Oh,
you no more.
I'm here.
Every time my phone ring, it cut you off.
No,
Can you see
but
me?
I'm here.
No.
So, yeah, I can see you.
Oh,
I can
okay.
see
All
you.
right. Cool. Cool.
So with that being said, why and how, if it's the black schools, where if you got 8% of black kids there at a school, so
Yeah.
are they last to get the school money?
Yep.
Because
All the time.
schools
All the
get a lot of
time.
grant, but at the same time, you know, would we actually call our city councilmen and all the people like that? Oh, like why? How is they going to change the narrative?
Hello. Okay. Did I lose
All
you?
right, you good? Okay. All right. So, how do we change the narrative of getting
How
those
do
resources for our children, man? You know, cause
we gotta build a I think we need to build our own we need to build our own schools and build them up ourselves. Get more of the these other people, the athletes, the musicians, the entertainers, and people like LeBron, like he did. He went and build some schools, put some money behind some positive stuff. You know,
right,
and get
right.
everybody involved with the schools that the kids look up to. And then mostly that's the entertainers, these rappers, and they don't have no discipline because they young and they out here just killing each other like it's a bad thing to be a rapper right now. It's
Man,
not funny,
what in
but
the world?
it's just, huh?
It's awful, man.
It's terrible, bro. It's terrible. It's like y'all so talented, but they don't know how to separate once you get out the streets to leave, to move on. You got to move on because you're vulnerable for so much more because of what you rap about. You're always rapping about the guns, the women, the money, and the kids want that. A lot of them want it. They want to take it too, and they feel
Hmm.
like a lot of these rappers be
Hmm.
on some fakeness.
Hmm.
So this is a challenge too.
Right,
You know,
right.
so
So upon you making this buyout, and this is what I want to know, man. Will you be taking submissions from artists for the soundtrack of that?
of course, ain't no doubt. I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do some of the artists that I'm gonna try to get. Depends, well, we gonna look for positive type songs.
Okay.
Some of the artists that's gonna perform on the
Hmm.
major platform for some of the artists, up and coming artists that we do deal with, because we do
Okay.
have our
Okay.
own record label through Universal. Um,
Okay.
Levert Multimedia has a branch of our own music through Universal.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a compilation album for the biopic.
So you will be accepting new artists as well.
Hello,
You will be accepting new artists as well.
what happened? Hello,
Yeah, I'm here.
hello.
I'm here. Mm. So he said that he'll be accepting some. He'll be having a soundtrack for the biopic for none other than Miss Rosa Parks, and he's trying to get the holiday pass as well with some other people. Black Wall Street, Black Chamber of Commerce. So all the people that he's working with, that's none other than Eddie Levert Jr., the son of Eddie Levert Sr., the brother of Sean and Gerald Levert. R.I.P. to them as well. So we're talking about the things that's going on in the community. We're talking about Rosa Parks and all that she did for us and for the culture, and trying to get her house back from Italy. Understand that it was sold to put in a royal palace over there, but in my personal opinion, it has no business being over there. So we definitely need to get it back. So
One other thing that I want to say that I went to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where they had the first Black Wall Street, and
hmm
they did an award show on Greenwood Chamber of Commerce. That's the name of the Chamber of Commerce. So if you know anything about Black Wall Street, that's what the street was that the Black Wall Street was on, Greenwood in Tulsa,
hmm
Oklahoma, when they burned it down. They killed all
right,
the town people. So I would have accepted an award for Rose's family that in that night, and I met the first black mayor female mayor. Her name is Leela Davis, and it's just the people that she accepted her award, and man, she got to talking and she got to crying about her. She got a situation where she was homeless, or her home is unlivable, and I just think, man, that people like that who really paved the way for other people, other mayors, other female mayors, other mayors, black mayors, period, are just a black person that went through the struggle to make it to be the first mayor, black female mayor. We need to make sure that we help these people. So we're actually putting together a fund to go save her house, to build her, tear her house down and rebuild her a new house. So that's something that we push her to, man. And we got to make sure that we do help our own because nobody else gonna help them, you know.
Right.
And I was
Okay.
like kind of disappointed because you honoring somebody that she telling you she homeless at the same time. Instead of a award, we should have had a check. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't
Mhm.
know until I got down there, but I got some friends that's going to help put this together. So I will be sending you over some information, brother, so you can get it to your listeners, so they
Okay.
can donate some money. They ain't not talking about a lot. We get a twos and fews. It adds up to many, you know.
Okay.
So
Not
that's
a
what
problem.
we want people to come and help us raise this lady, this Miss Davis' house back up.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's sad that she was getting an award, and she's a person that they don't have a living headquarters, and yeah, definitely helped the lady out there paved the way. And
Yeah,
so
definitely.
upon that, man, with the Rosa Parks Foundation, do you guys have any scholarship funds set up for the youth?
Well, we're working on all that, brother. So to be honest with you, we just really
You just
got
got started.
everything in motion.
Okay.
Yeah, we really
Okay.
just got it. But we've been talking about the schools because my guy has already started the academies in Miami. So we're
Uh-huh.
just going to be changing the academy that he got right now into the Rosa Parks Academy. Then we're going to be doing them all over the country.
Okay then. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So from your business plan and stuff like that. So when you say all over the country, we're talking about how many schools?
So we want to do probably one in each state or a couple in each state.
Okay then.
Maybe one in each at least major cities. So it's going to be a lot. We're trying to do a lot, and then we're
Okay
gonna
then.
we're gonna put on the other part with the trades, so people can once they the book learning is great, but then the trades is good too. They got to know
Okay.
how to do something.
Yeah.
Everybody, like I
Yeah.
said, everybody not going to college.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
not going to go to college. You know what I'm saying? If they
Right.
learn a trade, then they got a shot, an opportunity to do some other things.
Right. So I currently, I told you I work for the PR firm. So
Hmm.
we're currently working with the National Women in Agriculture Association, and Dr. Tammy Steele has the largest foundation in the world when it comes to a black woman in agriculture. She
Wow.
has, she has over 40 chapters that she's built, you know,
Wow.
nationwide and internationally. So
Yeah, you need
um,
to. I
it's,
need
it's,
to
it's
talk to her.
and yeah, I can definitely make that happen. That's not a problem. So
Yeah.
um, I'll definitely make the connection where you can really talk to her because she's looking to grow the bill, you know, schools of agriculture. She's looking to put more young veterinarians out there, more
Yeah.
young diesel mechanics, and just teach the youth about the better living of the nutrition that they put in their body. And
Yes.
so,
Yeah. Yeah.
currently
So
work with her as well.
yeah, I would love her to hook up with one of our partners, Senator Connie Johnson out of Oklahoma. She's running for governor of Oklahoma. So
Okay.
that's like she's on the project with us, on the Rosa project with us. I would love for those two to get. but she's the actually one. You know, they building the back of Oklahoma back up with the Wall Street through the cannabis. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So she was the one who passed the law, who wrote the initiative in Oklahoma to get the medical marijuana passed. So agriculture is her thing too, and
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah, so I think
Well,
that'll be a
we'll
perfect
definitely talk.
person to get with.
We'll definitely
Yeah,
talk in April, and then I can plug it in, and we can
yeah,
just go from there, my brother. That's not a problem at
yes,
all.
no problem. Okay,
Yeah, so yeah, so
yeah,
upon working with her, I definitely have seen a lot that goes on in agriculture and the nutrients, and then
hmm
upon working with her, there's people in some of her chapters who are a vital process of teaching people about the hemp and how it makes money and
yeah,
how it cures certain things. So there's a lot of all natural cures when it comes to us growing food in the ground. And so some of those cures that she talks about is something that you can grow in your backyard. So
man. Look, hey, Miss Connie, she know about every strand and what it does for your body.
okay,
She
okay.
taught me a lot. She taught me. I went down there for the 100th anniversary of the Black Wall Street. I went
Hmm.
down there at the beginning of the last year for the 100th anniversary, man. And she told me so much about what is good for what is, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Oh my God, for real? Yeah, yeah, it was good. It was
Okay.
cool. Yeah,
Right, right. So that right there is something that I have, and then I also going to be working with you on a lot of different stuff, as far as the foundation,
yeah,
as
for
far as
sure.
as far as the music, and
Yeah.
you know as far as the film and things of that nature. So,
hmm
and with with that being said, let me ask you a question, man.
Yeah, sir.
As far as how you see things, and how we as black men are perceived in society nowadays.
Man.
How do you think we can change the narrative? So when I say change the narrative, when I grew up, the black man was in the home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Always
yeah,
in the home. You had your granddad, you had your daddy, you had your uncles, you
yeah,
had your dad's friends. Like all of it was one big village. And
yeah,
so the things that they've taken away when it comes to the village raising a family,
yeah.
how will we ever get that back, or can we get that back?
Man, I really couldn't tell you if we can get it back. It's
I
it's
think
it's 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 so they taking away. They killing us on every end though, bro. They putting us in jail. Our youth is killing each other. You know, they got. I was just saying, they got all this gay homosexual stuff going on where we not gonna be producing no kids, no babies. I mean, we had a. It's crazy, man. This seems like they just knocking us in the head. You know, every
so.
every angle. You
So
know,
something has to change, or the black man is going to be extinct for sure.
for sure. There's no
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
We
yeah.
gonna
So
be we gonna be out of here. You
yeah.
know, we getting locked up. We killing our youth for killing each other. They just killing like it's crazy. They getting locked up. Then all the rest of this craziness going down. So it's uh it's a whole different thing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, I want to just have a brief, you know, uh, give us a short description about what I asked you about earlier today. The book, the
Oh, my
prodigal
book,
son. Yeah,
prodigal
the
son,
son.
the son that everybody thought I was gonna be one of those statistics. They thought I
Uh-huh.
was gonna be behind the bars and all
Mm-hmm.
that, and, or dead, or just because I was a bad kid. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie. I was a bad kid, but I grew out of it. I grew
Right,
out
right,
of it, and I saw it wasn't really no win. I'm not gonna lie. I still go to my neighborhood. I still hang out with my people. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the culture of what we was doing back in the days, I'm trying to save our kids and save our brothers now, than
mm-hmm.
beating them up and hurting them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right,
So
right, right.
I can't say I was a project of what I was. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying?
But
But
well,
yeah, so that's why I just do this because I want to, man. It's not nobody making me do this. It ain't about the money. This is just some stuff that I think that I want to do out of life. We got me and my we got a foundation called Home Away from Home. We just got the presidential award this year for helping the homeless and the kids from the White House earlier this last year.
mm,
So this is just something we do all the time. We don't have to have no holidays. We don't have to have nothing, man. We just give back to the people because that's the people help my family. You feel me?
right,
So without the people, we wouldn't be the household name or be nothing without the people. You know what I'm saying? So me giving back to the people is good for the whole family. You feel me?
right, 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 right. Okay, okay, okay. That's great, man. That's great. So, is there already a website that people can go to?
Not yet, brother. You gonna be one of the first ones when we
Okay,
get everything set up. We just, like I said, we just really got all the business, the paperwork, and everything done with the family. So
okay.
now we pushing the holiday, and
Mm-hmm.
the holiday is going to be February 4th. We hope to have it by February 2023, but we're gonna start pushing it this February for the Rosa Parks holiday.
Okay. So, upon people wanting to reach you, whether it's a music artist, whether it's a podcast, whether it's a magazine, upon people wanting
Yeah,
to reach you, um,
you can always reach me, bro, at Eddie Levert Jr. on Facebook, Eddie Levert Jr. on Instagram. Um, that'll be the best way.
okay, okay, okay,
All right.
bet,
If
bet.
you got
So,
some music, I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna set up a special email for those to go to
okay,
for all the music submissions for the soundtrack, or if you just sing and you want to sing, might not be a writer or producer. Just send me something. We also got a TV show we're working on called The Remix, where we're gonna have up and coming artists remixing old school songs. I
okay,
got Angie Stone, Dave Tolliver from Men at Large, um, and two other people on that show that's going to be the judges. So I'll be letting you know about that. As last year, COVID kind of knocked us around, so we couldn't finish the show. So we're going to be finishing up with that. Darius McQuarrie from Family Matter is going to be the host of the show. So we got a lot of
well,
things, man, that we
well,
we
man,
put
just let
together.
me know how I can work on the show with you, bro. I'm definitely down.
I got you, sir. It was
Yes,
my
sir.
pleasure talking to you, man, and I hope to talk to you very soon. All
Yes,
right.
sir. We'll
Hey,
definitely
we gonna hook up. Let's hook up Wednesday.
okay.
Okay.
Say no more. I'll
All right,
call you
brother.
Wednesday morning.
God bless you, man.
You too, bro. Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir. All right.
All right.